Dr. Ranganathan, what do you make of this virtual red carpet appearance of Indian communist bosses and DMK parliamentarians?
Good evening, Rahul. I have said this before, I say it again. There is no cure for communism. It can only be defeated through herd immunity. At a time when China is the enemy of the free world, when it has unleashed, quite possibly deliberately, a virus that has wrecked the world economy and killed millions, at a time when it has murdered our Jawans in an unprecedented display of barbarism. We have Sitaram Yechuri, an Indian communist, congratulating China. Do they not have any shame? Well, of course they don't, Rahul. Remember, this is the party whose co-founder Dange wrote groveling mercy petitions to the British to get himself released from prison. This is the party whose co-founder EMS Namboodiripad asserted, quote, he will wreck Ambedkar's constitution from within, unquote, from prohibiting anyone from organizing blood donation camps during the 1962 Indo-China War to passing a resolution hailing the Tiananmen Square massacre in which 10,454 innocents were ruthlessly murdered, to perpetrating the brutal Mari Jhapi massacre of 10,000 Dalits. From Lenin to Stalin to Mao to Castro to Che to Pol Pot, is their family tree drawn in blood of innocents, Rahul? Fitting that these mass murderers and their apologists were rightly condemned by Ambedkar. I am an implacable enemy of the communists, he said, of the followers of this anti-science cult that has resulted in the murder of 100 million and is the antithesis of Darwinism in that it abjures competition and empathy. It attracts hateful, incompetent failures in life. It cushions their guilt of destroying things they are incapable of ever building. A communist suffers from a heady mix, Rahul, of inferiority and persecution complex that soon turns to anxiety when the ideas of the cult are rejected by all intelligent humans and animals alike. A communist's only refuge then is among people of his own tribe. What inevitably follows is authoritarianism, thought control, state control, and then total control. Rahul, just 30 seconds. But what really takes the cake today is that these bandicoots who never tire of expressing solidarity with Palestinians and Syrians and Rohingyas and other persecuted Muslims around the world have consumed Fevicol and zipped their lips, even as China has interned 1.5 million Muslims in concentration camps, is orchestrating their systematic rape and torture, demolishing mosques, jailing hundreds of Muslim writers and journalists, imposing forced mass sterilization on them, feeding them pork and alcohol, but not a word. Instead, you have Yechuri congratulating the Chinese. Arey kuch to bol Sitaram, kya lab azad nahi tere?
Well,
no, I don't mind the pot shots taken by Mr. Shamsheer because I'm quite used to it because that's the place where I worked ANU. But you know, I used to think that these communists are brainwashed. But I apologize, I take my words back because in order to be brainwashed, you need to have brain. What Mr. Shamsheer is saying is totally devoid of facts. Let me expose him right now. He would claim that he's an atheist, but at least maybe his background being, he's a Muslim, or maybe his family members are Muslim. Mr. Shamsheer, do you condemn the internment of 1.5 million Uyghur Muslims in Chinese concentration camps? Yes or no? If you have the guts, if you are a communist and have the guts, say answering yes or no. It's a point blank question. औकात है तो बोलो yes or no. Do you condemn China? हिम्मत है? चले आते हैं.
Look, I'm a patriotic Indian.
Do you condemn USA?
I'm not worried or I'm not afraid of condemning China.
No.
I'm a patriotic Indian. You don't question my patriotism. You don't question the patriotism of the Indian Communist Party. I'm a communist. I'm a communist of Indian Party, Indian Communist Party, not a part of Chinese Communist Party. So my first priority to defend my country.
You fight for Palestinians.
Don't say,
okay.
Look, why you are making unnecessary comments?
Let's not get down. No, one second. Let me step in.
Unnecessary comments here?
Viewers, let me step in here.
Look, that